In this video, we are going to learn the static keyword in the C language, and we will use the static keyword as a local variable. So first, we make our basic function. Make a boilerplate for our C function. So now if we make another function which don't return anything to us, inside this function we describe the static keyword, and after that we increase this by 1 and we print this. And we call this function one time. After that, if we print this one, we get the 1. But if we call this function 2 times, what do you think? What will be the output? Make it, add the new line character, and now we will compile this program. So here what is happening here? So whenever you use the static keyword, it will keep the value until the whole program is run. So what happened when you call first time? When you call first time, this value become the 1 because it increase the 1. But when you call it second time, first time the value was 0. So when you call here, so this value become 1. But when you call it at the second time, at that time, the value is already in the accumulator is 1. So next time when you call it, here the value was already 1. So here the counter increase this value to 2. So we get the value 2. So this is all as a static variable, as a local variable. In the next section, we are going to learn the static keyword as a global variable. In this video, we are going to learn the static keyword in C language, but we will use the static keyword for the global variables. So how we can do? So to understand this concept, I make the two files, one with the main.c file and another is a module.c file. Inside this module.c file, I will define our static variable, and then I will going to compile that variable with my main file, so that this will call the that static variable from module file to my main file. So how we are going to do that? So first, to understand, we just call our basic function. So inside the module.c file, I'm going to define our static variable. Suppose I make static in private data. I give the name private data with the value 100 and make one void function which will display this private data. Display. So here printf value of the private data is so the question is now how we are going to call here. we want to use that function display private data here. So if we want to use it here, first we have to call, so we have to use our keyword extern. Here we will mention which function from the other file we are going to use. We are going to use the void function display private data. So now if we compile this two file together, we have to write, because first file is a main.c file and second file is a module.c file. So after that, we can access this function from the second file. The what will happen if we try to access this private variable? We cannot directly access this private variable. So if we want to access this private data, so we have to make the another kind of function, because this one is a integer value. So we make the int get the private data, and this function only return the private data. So this one is a practice. So this way nobody can change our private data inside the module.c file, but if they want they can access that. So here we have to mention we are going to use the external get private data. So we say we mention after that, suppose we make one variable name value which take the get private data, yes, which take this private data and print it. Value of private data is because we store the return value inside this value and then we are going to print this. So after that, if we compile this, we get the error. Oh, we get the error because of this. So after that, you run, you get the value of the private data. So we should change this value of private data inside main.c or data inside module.c. Now I think it's fine. Now first we compile, and this is the way we can use the static as a global. Thanks for watching.